Signing with the WWE used to be seen as a sign a professional wrestler had hit the big time. However, that no longer seems to be the case, as a surprising number of WWE superstars either want out of their contract or don't want to re-sign with the company. Join us now as WrestleLamia looks at why wrestlers don't want to re-sign with the WWE. Turning down big money. The WWE has been going out of its way to lock talent into long-term contracts, with various sources reporting the WWE has offered lucrative contract extensions along with big paydays for superstars whose contract is about to expire. As fans know, Dean Ambrose, now working under his pre-WWE name Jon Moxley, shocked the wrestling world when he announced that he was leaving WWE once his contract expired. While it's debatable whether or not Moxley's decision opened the floodgates of stars opting to look for greener pastures, more and more wrestlers seem to be channeling former manager Frenchie Martin and saying, "WWE not okay." The Wrestling Observer recently reported on 2 tag teams turning down contract offers to stay in Titanland. Fightful.com reported the story is accurate that WWE offered the Revival a 5-year deal at $500,000 per year and they turned it down. The belief is that Anderson and Gallows got an offer in the same region and they've also turned it down. They've got 11 months left. WWE has made big offers to everyone whose contracts are coming due, and the expectation is the Usos got a great deal to stay. The one thing with the Revival is it's a lock they'll be used better in AEW and will have a more conducive to family life schedule. WWE buried the hell out of them on the 429 television show. Not only are WWE superstars choosing to pass on new contracts, but current stars are requesting the releases, with Luke Harper and Sasha Banks being the most vocal. In addition, WWE has failed to sign top indie workers, with Kenny Omega turning down a WWE offer to sign with All Elite Wrestling. As you may recall, the WWE tried to woo Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, but all 3 members of the Elite chose to sign with All Elite Wrestling. The WWE no longer seems to be the place to go or to stay at. With the WWE throwing piles of cash at wrestlers, what's the rationale for looking elsewhere? 1. Nothing to do. The WWE roster is packed to the brim with talent, with wrestlers fighting to land an appearance on Raw or SmackDown Live, let alone get involved in an ongoing storyline. The WWE has 5 hours of weekly television, not counting WWE Network shows such as Main Event or 205 Live, with rumors of Fox contemplating whether the WWE should add a 3rd hour to SmackDown Live when it moves to Fox. During the Attitude Era, the WWE did a great job with 2-hour shows, with stars from the mid-card and up getting TV time. That hasn't been the case for years, and the WWE seems baffled as to how to book 3-hour shows. An example of this is Luke Harper, who asked for his release after months of sitting idle. According to the Wrestling Observer, he was regularly pitching ideas when he was out with an injury, and they turned down every pitch. The WWE has had a bad habit of underutilizing its performers. There are numerous top stars who seem lost in the WWE, whether it's tag teams such as the Revival, who requested their releases at one point, and Gallows and Anderson, or single stars such as Finn Balor, Asuka, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Braun Strowman. As long as superstars are underutilized, the promotion will suffer and find itself facing the next problem. Number 2. A toxic locker room. WWE locker room morale is said to be at one of the lowest points in history. There are a number of complaints, whether it's bad attitudes by other wrestlers, poor booking, or even the WWE's tendency to throw big money paydays at outsiders. For example, Randy Orton recently commented on WWE signing Bill Goldberg for its upcoming show in Saudi Arabia, with Orton tweeting, "There goes another $2 million at Goldberg." Wrestlers working full-time have every right to be upset with huge paychecks by part-timers, especially proven drawing duds like Brock Lesnar. Part of the locker room woes also seem to stem from Vince McMahon's attitude towards his wrestlers. McMahon is notoriously fickle, and as we discussed several weeks back, McMahon brought in NXT call-ups Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Ricochet because he felt the current roster was stale. Established stars and younger stars who have been working hard to get over can't be happy when they hear comments like this, as it's arguable the real problem is with the booking rather than the wrestlers. The WWE has one of its greatest rosters ever in terms of depth and breadth of talent, both with its men's division and its women's division. The WWE can be a stressful place for writers, as former writer Kazim Famayudi commented about a typical meeting with the WWE chairman. Once the meeting starts, everyone stands up. Vince looks everyone in the eye and shakes hands. All the higher-ups are really fucking nice, but they are straight shooters. I hate to say it, but if you act like a pussy, they will treat you like a pussy. However, Famayudi pointed out, working with Vince is awesome. You hear all these horror stories about him, and I've had nothing but positive experiences with Vince. A good job with Vince is he is not calling you to gorilla to tell you fucked up. Not everyone seems as comfortable as Famayudi was, as the WWE recently lost 3 writers, a suggestion that it's not a worker's paradise. Number 3. Paltry pay. As noted in a video earlier this week, Lio Rush has apparently been pulled from Raw due to the intense amount of backstage heat he's been generating for alleged violations of wrestler etiquette, such as asking his wife to sit in on rehearsals. The WWE seems interested in keeping Rush around if reports from PWInsider.com are accurate, as the site reports that WWE offered Rush $300,000 a year to re-sign with the promotion, but Rush demanded twice the salary. Rush talked to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp to give his side of the story as to his satisfaction with the WWE and the financial forces fueling it. My issue has never been with Bobby Lashley. Being with Bobby has helped the both of us out tremendously. It's given me speaking confidence I didn't know I had. I was never a promo guy on the indies, but being with Bobby made me a promo guy. My issue isn't with my on-screen role. My issue is with the fact that I haven't been on meet and greets with Bobby, haven't been getting paid for merchandise for us that has my catchphrases on them. I've been sent to live shows and TVs and forced to pay for my own rental for 5 days, as well as a hotel, while not making enough money to do so. Walking around in the biggest sports entertainment industry that there is while having 2 kids and a wife to support. However, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry disputed Rush's complaint, noting that, if you can't pay for a rental car, you can't pay for a hotel with the money that you're making every week, then you need to change the way you're spending. You can't blame that on the office. If you spent everything before you got it, that's your problem. In Rush's defense, he wouldn't be the first WWE superstar to complain about the high cost of travel expenses and how they are not included in WWE salaries. On the other hand, wrestling history is full of stories of wrestlers living frugally, whether it involved wrestlers sharing rooms and carpooling, or wrestlers such as Mick Foley staying with fans during their various tours. Number 4. Vince McMahon has lost it. Fans questioning Vince McMahon's approach to business need look no further than our recent video on why so many writers have left the WWE. Whether it's McMahon keeping writers up in late-night meetings until 3:30 a.m. or endless rewrites to the scripts, McMahon is micromanaging everything, harming the product. McMahon's micromanagement might have worked before, but that's no longer the case, as ratings for Raw and SmackDown have imploded. McMahon seems confused on how to utilize his talent, as seen with the case of Luke Harper. According to the latest issue of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the update on Harper is that Vince McMahon, in writing, told him he wouldn't release him. He was earmarked to work a program with Zayn after Mania, but the decision was made not to do it. One person close to the situation told us that he needs to get out because they made a call that they weren't going to use him after Vince saw him in his return. Vince said that he didn't get him and complained that he couldn't even do a southern accent. That was from them wanting him to do a southern accent 4 years ago. He was regularly pitching ideas when he was out with an injury, and they turned down every pitch. As long as Vince McMahon deludes himself about the WWE's problems, his wrestlers will continue to seek jobs elsewhere. In the past, superstars didn't have alternatives as big as the WWE, but that's changed, especially with the announcement of a potential rival to the WWE, All Elite Wrestling. Number 5. All Elite Wrestling. Any conversation as to why WWE superstars aren't re-signing inevitably involves the new promotion bankrolled by billionaire Shahid Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Premier League's Fulham Football Club, and his auto parts manufacturing business, Flexengate. Khan has the funds to compete against the WWE, and he's been willing to pay the money needed to sign the talent he feels will make for a successful wrestling promotion. Although it's too early to tell how successful, if at all, All Elite Wrestling will be, the promotion has yet to announce a television deal, it's a concern of Vince McMahon's as well as a haven for wrestlers looking for a chance to showcase their talent, especially if they feel they've been underutilized in WWE. Well guys, there you have it, 5 reasons why wrestlers aren't re-signing with WWE. Do you think these wrestlers are making a mistake, or is this a smart move? Be sure to leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our fantastic videos.